Somebody asked me in the last video, what do I offer for $500 a month? Fair question. Nobody is buying the website, the list of features, H1 tags, what programming language, WordPress, React, PHP. The owners do not care about any of that stuff. We do because we like to nerd out, but the owners, they don't care. All they want is the result. They're buying the result, not the product, if you will. And I don't know if some of you guys are like me who fell into the trap of just one and done. So it was sell 2 websites 1 month, sell none the next. This is something I struggled with early on. It was really cool because I'd make a lot of money sometimes, and then other times I wouldn't. I was always hunting, and I started to try to figure out how can I increase my revenue, but also have more stability in my life because I wanted to do this full time. And that's where the results started to come into play, right? SEO, getting the phone ringing. That's what they care about. They just want to make more money. In a business, it has to make business sense, which means that it is an investment, and that investment needs to have ROI, which started leading me down the path of like, how do I make my website more valuable? How do I justify spending more money with me monthly, right? Because we can go out and we can get over on people, we can rip people off, we can scam them. People do it every day. Me personally, that's not something I want to do. So I want to know, how can I bring more value to my customers, right? How do I become worth the money they're paying? How do I become worth more than what they're paying? And that's what's led me down the path of SEO, generating leads, creating content, all the different things that we can do to give them more visibility, which in turn brings more people calling them, filling out forms. But first, you got to find out where they're at. I see so many people messing up because it's kind of like going to the doctor saying my knee hurts. The doctor doesn't look at anything. He just says, you got a tumor. That's it. It's over. Right? And our job is to listen. What is the problem they have? What do they want? And almost all the time, it breaks down to money, right? I want my phone ringing more, but you need them to say it. Right? I can tell you things all the time, but until you say it to yourself internally, it does not matter what I say. That's the reality. Plus, you start working with people who want to be ranking. So a guy with 7 reviews and a small website, what you're going to need to do for him is going to be different than the guy who's ranking number 3 and is trying to be number 1 on the map pack, right? You're going to have to charge him more money and do more work to increase that from 3 to 1. But the guy with no website, has nothing going on, he's going to be a little bit easier to work with because pretty much anything you do is going to move the needle, which leads into the 2 ways, right? You can do the one and done builds, charge more money, get big chunks up front. I've done it. It is nice, but you're all the time in feast or famine. You're hunting for more people all the time. Can't be done. What I have chosen to do is the monthly builds, right? I'm still charging an upfront fee, but it's much, much smaller. And then I'm charging a fee monthly, but I'm also producing content every month. I'm doing work every month. It's not a whole lot of work once we get going, but it's still work every month that gets them the results they need. So I just raised my prices just because I've closed, since the last video, I've closed 2 more clients at $500 a month. I'm now raising my prices just because I feel like it's time. The demand is higher than what I can output. So now we're going to raise the prices. So my $97 a month plan has now went to $150. You are getting hosting, SSL, backup, security, spam filtering into the lead system through the CRM, instant lead alerts. I've built out a system that allows people to either call or reply with the email. We can do automated review requests, but that's more of you send us a list of emails and we will send out requests for reviews. And we do dashboard reports. I'm not promising any SEO. We're not going to promise that just because for this package, this is just the basic stuff, man. This is really just basic. The one that we are doing the most is now it's $1,000 setup fee, $749 a month. You get everything in the package before, but we're also doing what's called a service matrix. We're interconnecting the pages. We're working on location, GEO, SEO, stuff like that. We're managing the Google business profile. Review automation. We're also doing missed call text back, which if they don't want it, we don't have to do it. We can lower the price, but that is an add-on now. And we are doing 2 hours of edits a month. and we're doing 2 blog posts a week. And that's probably the big one right there. Every week they get 2 blog posts put onto their site. Then we got full authority, which is a lot different. I don't have a whole lot of clients on this one, but I have a few, and this one requires more work. And this one is, we have a guideline, but also this can vary person to person. Like I said, you got to find out what they need, what they're looking for. This is just a guideline of where we're at. I will move these packages around, remove services, add services, change the pricing, just because different people need different things. Just like I said earlier, like you have to let them talk and find out what they want. Now, I believe reviews are one of the biggest things that will move a client forward. I tell them, I know people that don't have a website at all and still rank in Google because they have lots of reviews, they do good work, they're updating their Google business profile. This is great. This is very, very important for them. And that's why we fold that in and make sure that their Google business page is optimized and also interconnected with everything. We're connecting everything that we possibly can and having schemas in the website that say, hey, this Google business page is the same as this Facebook, this YouTube. This interconnection is very important. Missed call text back. A lot of times we're dealing with customers that are owner operators, which means that they are working in their business. So they're getting phone calls from people and they can't answer because they're doing the actual work. So missed call text back is essential for a client. Now I've set up Twilio and kind of my own missed call text back. You can use GoHighLevel, which I've used in the past, but I'm a cheapskate and I love building my own stuff and making it much cheaper and also custom fit to what I need. But ultimately, the whole point of what you're offering, it needs to bring value. What gets more traction on Google when people are searching? And now even a bigger thing is with AI, is AI giving citations of the site with AI. These are super important to look at now when you're building sites. Point is that what the website looks like does not matter that much. It needs to be clean and look decent, but it doesn't need to be some massive $10,000 site or be something crazy. A simple, clean, tell you what to do website is all that matters. What people are really paying for is what you do underneath the hood that gets the results that they need. So if you want to see what one of my websites look like, just look up any home service business anywhere, and I'm sure I made a website that looked very, very similar. And that just goes to prove that you're missing the whole point. It's not really looks. Yes, the looks will help you sell the website because a lot of times contractors don't understand what's going on underneath the hood with SEO. So you want to have a decent looking website and wants to look good, feel good, but it doesn't have to be crazy, man. Just, you know, I've used templates for a long time. I don't use them as much anymore, but you can use templates as long as they look good and they do what you need to do. I do not use WordPress. A lot of people keep saying that. I've not used WordPress. I'm building custom websites. AI is helping me do a lot of the work, like probably a majority of the work. I'm working on a full mirror for my workflow for you guys. I know that you're seeing the book that kind of tells you everything that we're doing. I'm selling the loop packs as well. And then my brain, man, the AI brain, that thing is amazing. I shouldn't even give it away for free once again. It is great. That thing helps me out so much. Check that stuff out. Links in the description now. But really, man, you got to get out of the mindset of selling a website, selling what you're doing. You have to sell the result. But in order to sell the result, you have to actually produce a result. Does it make more money? Ask yourself, how can I make this website make my customer more money? Because when they make more money, we make more money. So quit overthinking it. Find a couple things that you can do very simply. Charge someone for it. Collect the data so you can see with your eyes that it actually changes the outcome and it actually does something. Because that's one of the biggest things for me is since I started tracking data, now I have data that what I'm doing works and it's giving me more confidence. So when I'm doing sales, I'm closing more because I feel more confident in it as well. That's what you need to do. So quit overthinking it. Quit worrying about having the prettiest website. Just focus on having a good looking website and focus on how do I make it better? On-page SEO, blogs, what do I need to do? And focus on that. And if you really don't know what to do, grab my book and follow it step by step. Man, I'm literally telling you exactly. I'm not giving you theory. I'm telling you exactly what I have done and what I'm doing. I'm giving you guys the game for free. It's not my fault if you're not putting action in, because regardless, even if you don't follow mine, there's 100 other ways to do this. Just put action in. That's all that matters. Pick a lane and go to it. That's it. Love you guys. Later.